Welcome back to Back Society. I'm your co-host Jordan with my other co-host
S. Chris is out saving the world once again.
Once again, dude.
Does what he does
he's being
best.
like drop shipped out to somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, you know how it is, folks at home.
CIA stuff.
CIA stuff. We can't talk about it. Pretend you never heard it.
What? Yeah. Say what? Huh?
But regardless, we're on chapter 8 of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. Is that the last chapter?
Yeah, I think it is the last
we
chapter.
are done with the book.
Yes.
We've done it, folks. We actually read a book.
Oh my God. We did.
No, it's
That's
insane.
crazy.
It's
That's
insane.
crazy.
Don't pay attention to the library that's behind this camera right now. All right, man. What is your thoughts on Rich Dad Poor Dad chapter? And this is what we're putting together. This is what started. We were trying to associate ourselves with people that are like-minded, and that's how we got our third co-host.
Right.
Dunk. We invested in ourselves. Look at this setup. Look at this setup. Try to get that content bag.
Another dunk.
Another dunk. We're talking about investments. I put more money into the stock market. Don't tell me how it's going. It's going bad. Chris, he did that 1031, flipping his house.
We're dunking right now.
Dude, we're dunking right now. We're doing good. It's a grind. We're grinding.
We are grinding. It is definitely a lot.
It is definitely a lot. I want you to know, though, this is a little off topic, but I wanted to say this. So, Back Society, as some of you may or may not know, we have a TikTok. Because we're cool with the Zoomers. We're so cool. They love us.
The Zoomers love us
deeply. They look up to us. It's empowering.
Crazy.
But every time I log into the Back Society TikTok, I'm just like, okay, let's see what's on the main feed. Because, they know what type we like because, of the videos we make. So it's Thirst Trap.
What do you mean thirst trap?
Thirst Trap. Like it's a girl doing a dance with like the biggest ass imaginable.
I thought that was all. I thought that's just TikTok and Instagram.
I realized this, but dude, it's nonstop. It's like, okay. And then and it's just some 60-year-old going like, I made $10,000 in 1 week with drop shipping. And then I scroll, another Thirst Trap. Okay.
Thirst traps everywhere.
Then I scroll again. It's another kid with like a bunch of hundreds going like, ask me how I do drop shipping.
Oh my God.
And on and on and on. It was the same thing, dude. I'm like, man, people really want to push drop shipping.
Yeah, drop shipping and thirst traps.
Dude, it is crazy. And they get like, like tens of thousands of likes.
Millions of views.
Millions of views of people who are just like, just people putting in like the stacks into the money count machine going like drop shipping.
Drop shipping.
Drop shipping.
Learn
baby.
how to drop ship.
Learn how to drop ship.
Did you ever look into drop shipping?
No.
Drop shipping is where like you basically buy something cheap from Alibaba in quantity, create a website or a video or something, and then
I could do that.
And then sell it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I've watched a lot of like, even on YouTube, a lot of like videos and how to make a lot of money, because I'm investing in myself.
Yeah.
Investing my time into myself.
Hey.
And a lot of them are just straight up scams, dude.
Dude, I mean, like, technically everything's pretty much a Ponzi scheme.
I know, but they make it seem like so easy. Like, there was one, it was, did you know on Amazon, you can be an Amazon affiliate? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can earn like a percentage if people buy through your link.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they were just like, okay, so pick something really expensive. Like, here's a $10,000 couch, all right?
Right.
So I'm going to get my affiliate link. And then I'm going to make a graphic that's just like top 10 couches you love about couches and all that.
Yeah.
And put it on Pinterest and put your link on there.
Yeah.
And just do that 5 times a day.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you make a cool video about the couch. You buy the couch, make a cool video about the couch, then make a cool website and just start scamming people with those posts.
Dude.
I mean, it works for some people.
For some people it works. Because it's a scheme. That's what it is. It's a scheme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Works for some people. I don't think Robert Kiyosaki would approve.
Robert Kiyosaki would probably approve, honestly.
Why would he
I don't
say
know.
that?
He's about get the money, man. He's all about
Get
the
the
bag.
money,
Get the bag, no matter how.
Because
in this chapter 8, he did say most people are brought up thinking that money is the root of all evil. So just because like you might have that belief that money is the root of all evil, people that have money may scam or something. When that's just,
I mean, there is a lot of scams.
There is a lot of scams.
There is so many scams. I mean, have you seen crypto?
Rug pulls. Yeah, rug pulls
all day long.
So I don't mess with that stuff.
Man, I still have some crypto, but like I don't even check on it anymore.
Yeah, because dude, there's this guy that I work with,
here we go.
Obsessed with crypto. Me and him would go back at it. I'll be like, bro, it's a rug pull.
What's he saying about it?
He's like, dude, in the next couple months, and he's been saying this for 2 years.
Any day now, man.
Any day now, you should get in on this. man, you're going to look back. And when I told you to get in on this, I'm like, dude.
Crypto depends that you get people to hold the bag.
Right.
It depends on it.
It depends on it. My thing is like, yeah, there was a lot of booms that made kids millions of dollars. Right. But that was when we were in quarantine. Like that's a big factor. When you're stuck inside and your only outlet is the internet.
So you're like, we need another COVID?
If we had another COVID, we'll take over the world. Yeah, like straight up.
I feel like I can get like our channels to explode if another lockdown happened. I don't want people to die.
Yeah.
But let's just say we were locked down again.
If we were locked down again, we would explode.
I feel like there would be a riot if there was another lockdown.
Yeah, probably.
People would be like, the Satanists are coming after us again.
It just kind of just like disappeared. Like nobody talks about it. I see people still wear masks though.
I see people wear masks, and at that point, dude, whatever, it's your personal freedom. If you want to wear a mask,
if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. I don't care neither.
As soon as they said you don't have to wear a mask, that shit was gone.
Gone.
Like I didn't complain. But as soon as the AOK was there, I was just like throwing them out.
I was one of the first people at work to not wear a mask.
You showed up proudly.
Yeah. They were like
free to breathe.
Because what happened was we first got if you got a vaccination, right? Because I got the Johnson & Johnson. I got the one thing and you're done, right?
Yeah, the bad one.
Yeah, I mean, the bad one, I still got the vaccination. I got the little vaccination card. So when the time came, they were like, hey, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Went into HR, they scanned my vaccination card, and they were like, hey, you don't have to wear a mask starting on this day. Ripped it off. And I remember I was like the only one. People were coming up to me looking like I was like...
Like,
crazy
this guy.
Yeah, who is this guy? And I was like, man,
you're just like, I'm my own person.
I said I'm free.
I'm free.
What are you talking about? I'm free over here.
And now looking back, dude, you're just like, you know what? That time we could have really blown up.
Yeah. You know what? It's weird. It's funny too.
I would take the mask again.
Yeah, it's funny too because when I look back, you're like, man, if I would have just had what I had now, I would have grinded and it would have been a lot easier.
Right.
But at the same time, man, Warzone with the boys, dude. Warzone with the boys.
No, dude. I saw like a few memes today. And it was just like, oh, me doing like the latest dance to distract the zombies while my buddy gets the Easter egg.
Yeah, dude. It was just, oh man, that was so much fun. So much fun playing Warzone.
That's not grinding, man. That's poor dad mentality.
That is a poor dad
mentality.
It is. And now we lived, we learned. Now we're grinding.
We are grinding, and it's going well. What have you done this week that is grinding?
Well, today. Or not today, but like the weekend was Memorial Weekend.
Yes, it was.
So we got blown up.
It's the time to gamble.
Blown up at the casino.
Time to gamble.
And it was just insane. Like, I'm still tired. I'm tired.
I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah, I was tired.
I would be tired too if I was you. There is no jealousy here.
Yeah. I made a couple of shorts that I have to still send you. But we got a couple of shorts in the chamber though.
We got a couple shorts in the chamber. I released a new one last night. That's what most of my grinding was this week, was mostly video editing, learning how to do different edits, cuts, trying to make this thing go, as well as it can. We have the new episode coming out soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like, I've been working on other channels. I've been getting subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm up to 60. It's not much when it comes to YouTube, but it's a start.
You got to start somewhere, baby.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's like we just get better and better.
We just get better. Each video is another lesson.
Here's the thing too, right? Like people that play college football, for instance, right? They go to school and they play college football. Well, back then, I don't know if they say it now, but back then they used to be like, playing college football was a job. Right?
Right.
Even though you're not getting paid for it,
nope.
You had to dedicate a lot of your time, and it was a job. So you have to start taking that mentality like, hey, this is what I want to be, then start going towards that goal and saying, this is my job. Because it's weird, like when you do your job, like, so I go to work, it doesn't matter if I don't want to go, if I don't feel like being there, if I'm sick or if I have a headache or whatever, I'm going to still show up and put in my 8 hours.
I get it.
You have to still do that same thing towards your goal, towards your what you're trying to accomplish.
Exactly. You got to show up and grind it out. It's a job. Like I treat what we're doing as a job.
Yeah, you have to for sure. Like doing this podcast, it's a like that's why we've been so committed to it.
Yeah, it's not just sitting down once a week and recording and then throwing it up there. It's much more than that.
It is.
It's much more than that.
It's a good thing. I like it because it's progressed.
It has progressed. I mean, we've come I know we mentioned it last time. It was just two of us, but we've come far since the first episode of SJ Pod.
Right,
very far.
So I got these couple of ideas for the shorts that I want to do tonight.
Oh yeah.
So I got one with time management.
Time management's good.
Time management, basically what I said. Like it's a job. Then I wanted to do one kind of out of the box, a creative process. How to because I think last week we were talking about writer's block.
Oh yeah.
And basically I'll tell you how to not have writer's block anymore.
Okay.
So I'll do that. And then I also, like you said, like a gym or health thing. I want to talk about one like
a lot of the best videos that are out there that have gotten like a lot of views are ones that solve a problem, you know?
Yeah, because we're problem solvers.
We are problem solvers.
Yeah.
We are thinkers.
And that's and you know, that's really what we're here to do, because like obviously we all overcame obstacles and we had to go out our way to find the answer to our obstacle. I found a lot of them. So like that's why I want to give back to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what Bad Society is about.
That's
you know, we're trying to uplift people along with us.
Right.
You know, we're trying to not be like the pyramid. We're trying to be like the crane.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and like talk about health, like and inflammation diet and what inflammation does to the body. And
because you know
that.
You can't grind if your health sucks.
Cannot grind if your health sucks, right? And everything's about productivity, right? Productivity.
You gotta maximize it.
You gotta maximize it, and that's part of the time management as well, too, right? You gotta always be aware. Just like how I explain everybody like their money budget, right? You gotta have a time budget too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like especially with this job, right? Podcasting and editing videos every single day at 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. You gotta be in that chair no matter what, how you feel, you know, what's going on every single day, editing videos or creating videos. Even if you don't have that idea, over time the ideas will come to you. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And it will come to you. Like with my experimental channel, I have like 2 shorts a day.
Yeah.
And getting the ideas, it's been tough. You know, sometimes they use like Chat GPT or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's tough. And then you have to edit. Like they're shorts. They're only a minute at the most long, but they can still be time consuming. Because you need to catch those attentions, man. So you need to be flashy.
Right. So like one, if you so I combined for my creative process, which I'm gonna teach everybody.
Yeah.
I combined 2 books. One is called The Spirit's Way. I don't know who's it by. I forget. And then the other one is we talked about last, War on Art by Stephen Pressfield.
Right.
Pressfield talks about basically what I said, right? Sit down 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and write anything and everything. Be as creative. But see, you have to be non-judgmental, right? It's okay to have a bad write day. You know what I mean? Like I'm going in here,
man. You can always edit it.
Not just editing. It's like, hey, let's just make music for an instance, right?
Right.
Hey, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write a song. It's going to be a bad song, and that's okay. Because everybody, like, when you're a creative person and you try to, like, creative write or something, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to make everything perfect.
That's true.
Right? So what ends up happening is when you always try to, like, perfect your creation or whatever, you become stagnant.
That's
you
true.
Just don't do it at all, right? So what ends up happening is, like, if you sit down every day and you're like, it's okay to write a bad song. Next day, it's okay to write a bad song.
Right.
Next day, it's okay to write a bad song. But this one's pretty good. Oh, this is getting better. Next day, oh, this is getting better. And that what ends up happening. Now, in the other one, The Spirit's Way, right? It's more of a spiritual book. So, like, what you do is you sit down, not sit down, but as soon as you wake up, right, you have a journal. And this is like the key for every creative person. This is how to get out of writer's block, right? So you, as soon as you wake up, you have a journal and you just write anything for three pages. The sun is not out today. I feel this way. Yesterday was crazy. Today I'm going to do this. Now, over time, if you stay consistent and you're disciplined with the habit, right, within like a week or 2 weeks, your mind starts to unclutter.
Yes.
Right? You get all your thoughts down on paper, your mind starts to unclutter, and you start to like have a moment of clarity, so say. But it brings you, when you write all the time, it's weird. It brings you to the present moment. You forget, you don't know what to write down anymore, so you push yourself, and then you're like, well, my room is this color, or the bed is shaped this way, it's not made. So it brings your focus to the present moment. And for some reason,
kind of like a Zen thing, huh?
It is like a Zen thing, but for some reason, you just become more creative.
Yeah.
And then when you sit down to do the press field thing, it's like the floodgates, right? It just opens up.
Right.
And so, like, yeah, that's my creative process, but I want to teach everybody that creative process.
No, man, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Like, I've needed to do that because I have a few, like, books I've wanted to write.
Yeah.
And it's tough battling the writer's block. Like, I'll write, like, maybe, like, once a month at this point. And it's usually not too much, but I don't know. It's tough. Because it's not only just beating the writer's block, but I look back and read it, and I just want to change everything. You know?
Yeah, because
I'm never satisfied.
It's not that being satisfied, especially from an artist. Like, you have to like when to let it go, right?
Yeah.
Because art is never finished. That's the one thing I had to learn. Like, art is never finished. You have to just make it and be like okay with it, and then just give it to the world.
Right.
Because you can always go and scratch out a line or redo something, or always do, oh, this isn't just right. But imperfection is perfection.
It's true. That is profound knowledge.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, cool.
It's profound knowledge, baby.
Hey, yeah.
But it's also investing in yourself. You're investing that time, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, once we progress more into bag society and like more in like how to have a productive day or whatever, over time you're gonna have a morning routine and a night routine.
Right.
Right. And like your best morning routine ever will be your night routine.
Yeah.
And
oh my God, for sure. That's my
Yeah.
best. That's when my brain is just like, okay, I'll perhaps turn on now.
For sure.
For me, that's how it is.
And like when you're writing like 3 pages in a journal every morning, like creatively, it just does something to you creatively. It gets your creative juices going like throughout the day. And then you start noticing things. Like real art is like stuff that you see out through the day, right? It's always in the present moment. Like you might get that flash of insight or like a flash of inspiration. And then, you know, you just return to the present moment. And then when it's your time to write, you know, or sometimes if you see something or somebody say something, you jot it in your notes on your phone or something. And
that's what I do. I got a lot of phone notes. But
yeah,
you know what my best inspiration comes from? You know what time? When I lay my head down to go to bed. The next thing you know, I'm like, oh, this is how I should make this. Oh, this is what I should do. I hope I remember this tomorrow.
Oh, see, don't do that. That's when, I mean, that happens.
This is like 2 a.m. and I have to get up at like 8, you know?
No, I get it. That happens to a lot of like high-end people, like very creative people. So they would just leave a notepad on their nightstand.
I try, but then it's just like, oh, it's never a good enough note, or B, I just lose the drive for it.
Okay, yeah. And so, or maybe you're just like, this is a good idea, but hopefully I'll just remember it tomorrow. I'm praying that I just remember it for tomorrow.
It's like the great Mitch Hedberg back in the day. He was just like, you know, I come up with a great joke, you know, and then I look over and the notepad's all the way on the other side of the room. And then I just tell myself, you know what, that joke sucks.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's like the art of war. Stephen Pressfield, he would be like, still write down that joke, even though it sucks. It's still a joke. You know what I mean? You still got it out of you.
It's true. You still got it out of you. That's what I've been doing with my the videos I've been making. It was just like, you know, even though it may bomb. Yeah. It may not be good. I'm not completely satisfied. I release it anyway. I'm releasing it anyway, and sometimes it surprised me.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? It just, what's his name? There's this, the singer, Ed Sheeran, right? Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
So he said when he started writing music.
He's a real estate mogul now.
I mean, dude, that's what, listen, this is what you do, right? You find a skill that you can get a large amount of income, and then you invest it. 50 Cent Yeah, 50 Cent said he went on tour, made $38 million. And 50 Cent's like, bro, I'm just trying to save all my money. And what ended up happening was he had to spend the majority of his money or the IRS was going to come and take most of it.
Yeah, I remember with the whole house debacle he had.
He was like, yeah, so he like I'm thinking, I'm not sure about this. I haven't done much research on it. If you have a certain level of income or a certain amount of money, you have to have like a lot of assets or a lot of expenses just so the IRS doesn't mess with it.
Yeah, I mean the book was mentioning that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in earlier chapters about how the IRS just takes money.
Yeah. It's
taxes.
theirs.
He was trying to tell us how to like minimize our taxes really.
Yeah. What is the IRS?
Internal revenue.
Yeah. But if you put it together, the IRS means theirs. THE, the IRS. IRS, theirs.
You know what, man? We have a lot of social programs that need funding.
Yeah.
And they're not bad. I'm not saying social programs are bad.
Yeah.
But they need funding. My issue with the IRS is, man, a lot of that money just goes in pockets, though.
For sure.
For sure.
Oh my God, yeah. Politicians, yeah, dude, for sure.
Politicians, dude.
You know what I mean?
My favorite, dude. That's why I'm just like, I should become a House of Representative member.
Yeah, politicians.
I'll get all the
insider
trading information, dude. My stocks will soar.
Yeah, but that's what he was
That's the bag.
That's what he was also saying in chapter 8 was like not all insider trading is bad or illegal, right? Like, so if you have a social group with rich people, right, you're allowed to like, I guess he said you could talk about it and when like a boom is gonna happen and then like a bust. That's what I said. I gotta reread this chapter. It's not like a one-time chapter.
It was a tough chapter to grasp, Yeah. It was really he kind of like just dumped a lot of things in there.
Yeah, he did. He did. Like,
but that was like the last chapter though.
It was I think it was the last chapter, but he dumped like multiple different. It was some of those points.
He had like that old Chappelle skit where it's just like wrap it up.
Yeah,
wrap it up button.
Yeah,
wrap it up.
Yeah, he had multiple points that could have been chapters itself in that chapter.
Yeah, completely.
Right? Yeah,
but there was only for a whole book. It was only eight chapters. Ain't saying much, That's a small amount.
What's the next book?
The next book? I don't think we've discussed that.
I think we should do stocks, right?
You want to do a stock book?
Yeah.
I'm not sure of a reputable one, to be honest.
Yeah, because I remember in chapter 8, he said, I just gave my son a Wall Street Journal and books about the stock. He lost 2,000. You know what I mean? But that's the best.
Is it though? You're losing money off of it?
I mean, he has a point, right? If you lose the money young, then you learn from it. And that's when you get older.
It's better to lose young than you do than old.
Yeah.
Because you have less, you have more safety nets when you're younger.
For sure.
Statistically.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll get together and we'll think of it.
Yeah, we'll think of a new book. We'll read it. We'll learn more. We'll present it here. And you know what? We'll probably apply it too, especially the stocks one, because I love me some stocks, dude. They're my favorite, except right now. Right now, they're bad. It's bad. A lot of red in my portfolio right now.
Yeah. Not a fan of the stock because it's an everyday thing.
It doesn't have to be. You can be like, I do the dividend game, so that's more long term.
Yeah.
But it's still disheartening to see it.
Yeah.
I'm down a whopping $8.
Jeez. That's a whole meal.
The thing is, when you're down, that means you're not up.
Yeah.
I want to be up.
Yeah, we don't like being down.
No, I don't deserve to be down.
No, you do not.
No, I'm too good at that. I'm too good at what I do. And so that's why I'm just like, okay, let's get these side hustles going. I want to make a profit off the content we're making.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I haven't upgraded the Mac Mini, which we are on right now, to the Mac Studio is the Mac Studio is the first thing I want to get off of profits.
Okay.
That's my goal.
That's a good goal. Yeah.
I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm asking for 2,000.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little easier.
So here's the thing, right? I feel like going forward, though, we would need to release a short a day, some type of content a day.
A lot of the guys I've been listening to, that is what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're saying 2 to 4 a day.
I wouldn't do 2 to 4 a day.
I don't have the time to do 2 to 4 a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not yet. Obviously, like you're editing now, you're not really used to it. So you know what I mean? Like through time though, editing is going to be so easy for you.
Yeah, once I figure out a formula,
Yeah.
once I really figure out the award-winning formula, which I will one day I will.
Yeah.
Then it will be a lot easier. I can, factory that shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like that's the keys because a lot of top YouTubers, they do one video a day and one short a day.
Yeah. See, I would get on that level. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But, we only do a weekly podcast. It's going to be a little tough to do a video a day.
Oh, yeah. 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 I mean, like people that do podcasts, they don't do a video a day. I'm just talking about like a
You know how many podcasts Joe Rogan releases a week?
like 3?
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah, but that's
a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but here's the thing. It's like he has guests. He
has a whole ass team.
No, he has Jamie. He has one guy.
I'm sure he has a whole production team.
Well, he probably does have a whole production team. I mean, you're right. He probably does.
He just has the Jamie, Jamie just shows the shit he wants to see. Like,
yeah.
Jamie, bring that up. I could use a JB.
He's really good at that. He's really good.
I could use a JB.
Wait, I mean, like, too, but I mean, Joe Rogan, this is what he does. He just shows up and just talks. He just has a conversation. He's got all these guests.
I want to be there, dude. I want to be at that level.
I know, but it took him so long to get there, though.
He did.
Yeah.
And he went through a lot of things, he did karate. He was on Fear Factor. He was a comedian. I saw his old comedian, his old comic shows.
But even when he was being a comedian, he's still a comedian. Even when he was on Fear Factor, he still did the podcast. He has over 2,000 podcasts documented on the internet.
This is true.
So, I mean, like, if you do 365 in a year, you know what I mean? Like,
it's over 100.
The longevity is crazy. But the thing is, too, is that, like, he's a magnet. Everybody wants to go on there, so he just picks and chooses, know?
It's the top podcast. Who wouldn't want to go on there? The reach is inevitable.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, he trains, and then he's like, all right, well, now I just want to chill, have a conversation with this guy, and just talk.
I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But my thing is, it's like, how can we apply Joe Rogan to us? How can we get to, not exactly his level, but close?
Consistency.
Consistency would be key.
That's all it takes is consistency.
What about guests? Should we have guests?
We can have guests.
Yeah?
For sure. Yeah.
Can we get that crypto bro in?
Probably. I could get guests. I could for sure, because I tell people at work all the time. I tell people all the time that I have a podcast, and they're like, bro, you should put me on as a guest.
This is to talk about what? You tell them the theme?
I mean, like, yeah, kind of. Like, I know that guy, Patrick, the crypto guy, he would definitely come on and talk about crypto.
The virtues of cryptocurrency, baby. But it's going to make us all rich.
But I mean, like, if I brought him here, I'll be like feeding him to the wolves, because like you and Chris would just straight rip him apart. Because if I don't buy it, what makes you think that you guys are going to buy it? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I am open-minded.
I mean, I'm open-minded too, but you're not dumb. You're going to be like, bro.
He's going to convince me to put all my money into Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid, dude.
No, it's not that. It's just, I don't know. And then I have another guy, he's a guy I used to make music with. He's a rapper. He makes music. He said he'll be on there. This guy I work out with.
Telling us about the music game.
Pretty much.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. And then
I like music.
Yeah. And then I got another guy. He's funny. He's a funny guy, but I just work with him. So like, I mean, like it would just be like a chit chat, I guess.
Chit chat.
Yeah.
I get you. Dude, it sounds like fun, dude. Because like, you got to always think expand.
Expand, yeah.
Expand.
Right. And I mean, like, I'm down to have guests.
When you have something, you must think about how you're going to expand it. Because whatever stage you have, there's always could be more. It could always be better.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you definitely want to have guests that you have like a topic that you're interested in.
Yeah. But of course, going with the overall theme of the show.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could probably get like a boss or something too. I could get a lot of people, honestly. I know a lot of people, and the people that go to casinos. Yeah, you know what's so funny? Okay, here's the thing too. I don't know if this guy, he was, you know,
All right, tell me this. Tell me
right.
this.
This guy I was talking to all day yesterday, right? He was at the casino for 12 hours, right? 60 years old, Italian guy.
My favorite.
Right? He's from Sicily. I know his whole life story, right? But the thing is I've known this guy for like a couple of weeks. He owns a construction company, a high-end construction company. So he makes bread, supposedly. This is what he's telling me. But I take everything with a grain of salt. He plays big money, and he tips a lot. So, I mean, like, he could really be the real deal, or he's just casing the place, because he asks me so many questions all the time. He asks me questions about things all the time, and I be like, my thing, like, I mean, like, this guy's probably casing the place.
You guys put the money when you're done with it. Just a random
that's
question.
What I'm saying. Like, but anyway, he told me, he was like, he does construction now, but he said, like, 15 years ago, he got locked up.
Oh.
Yeah. And
was it for robbing something?
No, kind of. But he said he grew up, like, he's 60, so he was like his 20 when he was in his 20s, you know, he grew up in the 80s. And you know, we talk about girls and stuff like that. He would be like, man, he would go to the disco, you know, the disco club all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he told me he had a buddy down in Miami and another buddy that was like an air pilot or something
so
like
they
that.
smuggled cocaine.
Yeah, that's what
he's basically blow.
Yeah, basically. That's what he was telling me. And he said, I mean, some of it seemed legit. Like my radar, I'm pretty good at detecting.
As soon as you said Miami 80s,
exactly.
I was just like, oh, here we go.
And I buckled up. I buckled up for that ride too, because I knew right away when he was saying my friend was an airline pilot, and we went to Miami, and I was like, right away, I knew.
Did you ever meet Pablo Escobar, my guy?
So anyway, I mean, it would make sense because Chicago is huge.
Chicago is huge.
So, like, if you had to connect to Miami, duh, you're going to be like, I'm going to take some of them stacks back in Chicago.
The mob hadn't really fallen in the 80s.
Yeah.
They hadn't fallen yet.
But here's the thing. That was the thing, because, like, he was telling me, you know, he was bringing a whole bunch of stuff back, and he was making bank. He was saying he was making so much money. And I'm like, dude, so, like, you're Italian, bro. Like, did nobody from the Italian mob or anybody come and approach you and
try to make you a made man or something?
And he was like, nah. Like, nah. I mean, he said he would get into fights with people and stuff like that. And said he always had around, because I was asking him questions. Like, I was like, hey, dude, because
let me write a book on you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And he said how he got caught was because he wanted to buy some Ford Mustang GT, and he outbidded a cop or something. So the cop got suspicious and investigated him.
Dude, that's a retaliation shit. No, I would have been like, if this cop, I would have been in court being like, okay, Your Honor, this bitch was jealous, okay?
Yeah.
This bitch was mad that I got the car and he didn't.
But you know what, though? He said it was a life worth living, but he wouldn't do it again. He said, see, this is why I kind of believe him. He said there was $4 million in his wall, and he told him, and they went and got everything. He said he lost everything. They took everything, and he had to start over from scratch.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, he said it was, but he didn't get charged. So he said, what if one guy was to point at him, he would be doing life. And he said all his friends didn't snitch or.
Dude, the Italians, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. He was
the Italians, dude.
Here's the thing, man. It's weird with me because, like, I'm just here at this game. I don't care, bro. People just tell me their life stories.
Yeah. Some dude says he lived blow just randomly.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on here? I'm I'm bored, so I'm interested in the story. I'm like, man, this sounds pretty cool, man. You know what I mean? So I could have him on the podcast.
You know, there's like one or two like very popular YouTube channels, and it's former members of the mob, you know?
Yeah.
Like from the Five Families and also the family in the Chicago outfit.
Yeah.
It does numbers of how they told, like, how they would like recount how they ripped off like companies, their scams they would do, they would have like gas station fronts and how they would do that.
I believe it, man. You gotta be creative when it comes to this stuff.
Like their reach, you know, everything that went down, we got a cut of everything, dude.
Yeah. So that's what made me be like, bro, how did no other gang member or mob boss, I was like, how did no mob boss like approach you? Because obviously they're going to approach you and be like, you need security. Or you have to give us a cut like $5,000 a week or
we're
something.
here for insurance.
You know what I mean? No.
Hey, boy, we're here for insurance. Yeah.
Especially he's from Sicily. So I'm like,
Oh, he's Sicilian. Sicilian wasn't technically part of the mob.
oh no.
But Sicilians were part of the mobs, but like they weren't. The Italian mafia didn't really see them as really Italians.
Oh, maybe that's why I was never approached. Maybe. I don't know.
He still should have been approached. Don't get me wrong, dude. They would shake down anybody.
Exactly.
He didn't need to be Italian to be shook down.
Yeah. So
that's really cool, though.
If the story's real,
if it's real. There was like, I had someone at the bar that was just like, yeah, my grandmother dated Al Capone for like a little bit. It was weird.
Yeah. I you know what? I honestly, people at the boat, I really don't believe them at anything.
Honestly, some of them could be telling the truth because again, the Chicago mob didn't really fall until like the late 90s.
Yeah.
That shit was still going on.
Yeah.
For a while. Like they didn't convict their first hitman until like 1990.
They probably still have the mob. They're just low key, right?
Oh yeah, it's low key.
Yeah.
It's still around. There's rumors of who like the bosses are, but like no one's really sure.
For sure.
They're not really all that powerful anymore, but they're still around.
Yeah.
I don't know about their bag situation though. Here in Bag Society.
Bag Society.
Bag Society.
Oh, another thing I want to do, another short I want to do is what are assets and then what are liabilities.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
Is that something you learned from the book?
I mean, he just, because he keeps talking about assets, so you're sitting there like, what's an asset?
Well, I mean, assets are the most important thing to your wealth.
But he doesn't tell you what's an asset.
Well, I mean, he talked about like his
real estate. Really?
And that's a really popular asset.
But are there other assets like
like your drop shipping company?
Yeah. Or what about like gold and silver, stuff like that, right?
I mean,
they don't depreciate.
They don't depreciate, but I mean, they can go down in value, but so can real estate. But like,
yeah, then what's a liability?
A liability would be your hat,
right?
Your clothes, your car.
Right. So I'm gonna make
consumables.
But the thing is like we keep talking about saving money and then put it in the assets, and people are probably like, "Dude, what are assets? What are liabilities?"
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know the difference because like
that's why I'd be a great short.
Like, if you look at like rich culture, not really rich culture, but people trying to be rich, like let's say like rap culture and shit
all
like
liabilities,
that, all decked out to the T in liabilities,
bro.
Decked out.
Oh my god!
It was like I got this my new hat, dude. It cost me an arm and a leg, dude. It's never. I'm sorry, dude. It's a wrap after that. You put that on, and it's a wrap.
It's over, bro. It's over.
They'll talk about their new flashy cars, like there's a lot of TikToks, about like getting like rich, like the Andrew Tate clones,
Yeah.
And they'll talk about, if you're 20 and you don't have a Lamborghini, what's wrong with yourself?
Oh my god.
When a Lamborghini is a straight up liability.
Yeah, it is a liability or a luxury item.
It's a luxury item. It's an item to show you have luxury, but it's a money pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is a good short to have, I think.
Yeah. So I have a couple. That I'm going to create today. So that should be fun.
I'm excited to look at them and edit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if I give you, like, here's the thing too. If I give you so many, like, how many can you possibly do where we can have one a day?
I can do. I think one a day is doable. Not too hard. The only thing that takes the only thing that's really time consuming is really like lining up the B-roll. That's really the most time consuming part. But also just figuring out a format that really works. The formula, because it's been tough to break 500 views on these videos.
How many views have we got?
Not 500.
Not 500.
Not 500. I think the one I posted yesterday was the best one we did.
First of all, having 500 is amazing.
It's a milestone, yeah, but you got to aim for higher.
Oh yeah, for sure. There goes Chris.
I figured I should put him in the thumbnail at least once.
Yeah, 452.
I think that's the best one we have.
That is.
Yeah, I keep up with these numbers, dude.
How did that happen?
YouTube has a really extensive analytics page. Like it tells you like retention, how
How much was the retention on that one?
The retention was I'm not sure. Like here, let me show you the analytics page. And this is good if you want to start like your own YouTube channel because the YouTube's analytics is awesome. It really is.
So, because like when you posted that, what time did you post that?
I post that around, I want to say 10 p.m. I want to try different times out.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
far,
say
10 p.m. worked pretty well.
What's like the bet? Maybe like 7 or 8.
They have like the analytics has like when your audience is on like the most people who viewed your channel and when they're on YouTube. But you need like a lot of videos just to get that. So I have no idea when.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So the audience retention was around 20 seconds. Then people started like, then that's when the drop off, and it was 41 seconds long. So that's like less than half, just slightly less than half. But if you look, it shows you when people start dropping off, you know?
Okay.
So let's see when people start dropping off.
Right off the rip.
You say first grab a piece of paper, people are like, nah. That's literally what happened though. That's what happened. It's crazy. But this is our most liked video as well.
Oh yeah, how many likes does it have?
I want to say like 12. But look, 0 dislikes.
Does it tell you the dislikes? Oh wow.
We have 0 dislikes. It's our most popular one. Most people watch only 20 seconds of it. They should tell you when. They tell you audience. They even tell you who's watching it. It's mostly 18 to 24-year-olds.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You got your unique viewers, how many subscribers you got off that video. We got 3. 95% male watched it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And almost everybody was in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's extensive, dude. But you know, it's how you read it. Because like, in order to go viral with your short on YouTube, you need to have nearly 100% audience retention.
Oh yeah,
we have
for
20. We have 20 seconds out of 41. Not good enough. See, it's that, and also how many chose to view it. Like they have an analytics that's viewed to swipe away. We're at 41% viewed compared to 59% swiped away, and you need at least 90 for it to keep going.
Okay. What about the loop thing?
Yeah, that works well. Because like, let me show you on my experimental channel. Because if you're making a short, always make it loop. You want to say like, oh, top 5 things to da da da, and then at the end you want to say, so that was. And then it will loop back until top 5 things or something like that. And it works really fucking well. Because, where is it? So here is my history channel. And where was my retention? This one. And now look at the retention on this one. It's above 100.
Oh, wow.
See, 108.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, like the loop, dude, I would swear by it.
Okay.
It works really well.
Now, another thing is like, so like, I had this idea where like, I would have Napoleon Hill say something.
Yeah, that works too.
And then go into what he means and stuff like that. And then have him come in and then say, and then at loop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to edit it?
Yeah. I think I could try and do it for sure.
I swear by the 2 editors. CapCut, free. DaVinci Resolve, also free. Really good editors.
All right. I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. I got a lot of work to do.
Let's do it. All right. That's all the time we have left.
Signing off.
Thank you so much. This is Jay signing off.
S.
Have a bag society kind of day and keep grinding, folks.